Hi.
How you doing?
We're doing good. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing great. I really am. I'm a retired guy. I just seen you working here. Are you? Did your van break down?
Oh
No.
no! I just woke up.
We could have used somebody like you on 9/11, so we would have known the truth. But we do know the truth.
We do.
I'm a bleeding heart liberal my entire life, and I have a friend at Madison, Wisconsin, that's a young Republican that said the Republicans are going to be in for a real big surprise at their convention. They're going to make a demand that the Republican Party runs Ron Paul in the election. They're going to stand up and say he's the only honest Republican candidate and he's what the American people deserve. This is where it gets interesting. If they don't meet those young Republicans' demands, they're going to release the proof that our government orchestrated 9/11. Quite a challenge. Because there's plenty of evidence out there showing that they've done it. That it's our government that did it. Plenty of evidence, but this is new proof that's, I guess if you got a picture or a video of a cruise Tomahawk missile flying into the Pentagon, there's your proof. All they had to do was show us one of the tapes that they got, that there was a 757 that flew in there.
Yeah.
And all they have to do is show us one tape and we would shut up and go away, but there's so much proof out there that it made me sick 3 weeks ago. I said to my Democrat buddy who's younger and a big political analyst and all these things, I says, how come I'm the last one to know about this stuff? Oh, it was a shock for me to have you retire after 20 years of friendship, but if I would have showed you these tapes and told you you'd have had a heart attack and you're doing just what you're doing. Just what you're doing. And I haven't slept for 3 weeks or eaten. I've been sick over the whole thing. I've called 4 federal legislatures.
Good for you.
Put them on the spot because their evidence is false.
Yeah.
I can prove it just in conversation. All you two have to do is think about the videos of the buildings falling.
Yeah.
Okay, the premise that the American government and experts said was the aviation fuel weakened the steel columns and the building because of the weight above came down. Correct? That was my thought. I argued that on the job. Look at the video. At no time does the precast from that floor pop off the building and shoot out. Well, under any scenario, did those floors above come down on the floor that was hit by the airplane? It doesn't jar down, it doesn't squiggly bear down, it doesn't drop from one end because of there's where the plane hit and then come down. Look at the videos and convince yourself of the truth of what happened. At no time do those floors come down and bear on the 80th floor of the second tower. And their premise was, oh, the fuel would have taken all the strength out of the steel in 10 minutes. Well, why did the second building stand 59 minutes, and why did the first one stand 109 minutes? And how does a fire 80 floors above burn steel columns off 80 floors below at a perfect diagonal? Where's the 3,000 degree fire and the fuel that melts 4-inch solid steel? Video proof. You see the molten steel blowing out of the buildings. Firefighters, I never heard their testimony. The last one, his name was Captain Palmer of the 17th Battalion, Fire Engine 7 that went, I'm on the 78th floor, there's 2 small pockets of fire, I'm going to use 2 lines to knock it down, out central, then he calls a lieutenant or whatever that's with him, come on over here, we're going to put this fire out in a couple minutes, 2 lines, 2 pockets, and then the building's gone. Somebody sitting in the building and heard that and said, oh, we got to get rid of those guys. How could it happen if the fire was out? If you look at the videos, the fire was basically out and it was nothing but smoke. You know? Now you got me on record, what are you going to do with it?
We're going to put you on YouTube.
I hope you do, and bring it on.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
I'll argue.
Can we get your name? Or just...
John J. Cortuccio, Caledonia.
Yes, sir. Oh,
I'm
right.
an American patriot that only wants the truth to be told. Would we turn our back on Pearl Harbor?
Oh.
All Americans, Republicans are taking the fight to the government. I'm a bleeding heart liberal. Now you got the truth. You do what you want, people. Look at the videos and say, oh, that old fart's wrong.
No.
Those floors came down and they put the stress load on the floors below it. Never happened. Trust your own eyes.
We're Canadians and I'm with you.
Right on. We love the I'm so pissed at George Bush for what the way he's treated our neighbors, Mexicans and Canadians. I had one good Republican friend say, well, why didn't we just attack Mexico? we'd had a lot better targets and it's a lot closer, and we could have accomplished the same damn thing. Thanks a lot, people. We love the Canadians.
You're very
and I
welcome.
wish we would start buying oil from Canada
Great
and
meeting
Mexico. You know, we got, well, what are we going to do? Turn our back
Just
on
so
the
you know,
Yes.
there's still a lot of oil in Alaska.
Oh, trillion barrels. There's 60 years supply in this country capped off. We can drill on the ocean, we can drill in Canada, we can drill on the moon. More oil ain't going to change anything. More refineries. For 40 years we've been talking about solar power and wind power. Where is it? Man walked on the moon 40 years ago and we can't get one of these that gets 50 miles to the gallon? Bullshit.
Yeah, and where's the liquid hydrogen we're supposed to be running on, right?
I know 3 or 4 people that invented a machine. You put it on any motor that burns internally, and you can put water in your gas tank. It burns the hydrogen.
He's already got the stuff to do it.
Emits steam out.
I've got the stuff to do it.
Do it. That's what's going on in our world. Are we all gonna? Are they gonna kill all of us and put us all in jail? Huh? I mean, where's our personal freedom? You know what I'm saying? What kind of country do we really live in?
Feckwig.
Fetwick. Fetwick.
Beckwith.
Fetwick. Fetwick.